Hey, what's up? How's it going, everybody? So, I made a video the other day about how I hate, my baby mama for framing me and stuff like that. But I just want to say I feel all better now. A big thing about these videos that a lot of, shitty people who hate on me will never realize is that these videos are therapeutic for me in regards to sorting out my feelings and kind of explaining it into the camera. And it's venting. It's venting. I am totally 100% venting to whoever wants to listen, whoever wants to tune in. And, that's just the way it is. I felt better after I expressed that negativity in the video before this, which was, I'll probably delete that one later, but in the video before this, I expressed that I fucking hate Sydney. Like, I hate her because she framed me. Okay, it's like, do I hate her? Do I hate who she is as a person? Do I hate who she is? All that stuff. Like, I'm starting to think about it. Like, I'm starting to really, really fucking think about it. And I guess I do hate her for who she is as a person. Like, even though I love her for our daughter, because she asked me for our daughter, and we were going to be a family together forever, and that was my goal. That was like, like, as soon as Sydney asked me for a daughter, I'm like, okay, we're gonna be a family, and I'm going to take care of Sydney and Cameron. That's what's gonna happen. That's my life goal. That's my life purpose. That's what I'm on this earth to do. And then I gave Sydney a baby, and it's been hell ever since. My life has been hell ever since I said yes to giving Sydney a baby. My life has been a living hell ever since. And I'm trying to think about it. I was like, is it because of who she is as a person, or is it just like the things she does to me? It's like, is it the way she's mistreating me, or is it who she is as a person? I'm trying to differentiate like how I truly feel about Sydney. And I realize that it is who she is as a person. I hate her for who she is as a person. I do love her for her daughter, but let me explain. The first lie, the first really big lie that I caught Sydney in was cheating. I caught her cheating before Cameron was born. I caught her cheating. I caught her lying. And right there, I should have just walked away forever. But she asked me for a baby, so I thought we were going to kind of have, the opportunity to build a life together and become better people together. And then, after that, though, it's been hell. It's been hell. Who Sydney is as a person. Who Sydney is as a person is a liar. She is a psycho. She is a fucking sociopath. And that's just based on the way she lied to me, the way she lied to the justice system, the way she frames me, the way that she lies to her grandmother, the way she destroyed my life in Selkirk. Everything, that is who she is. When Sydney told me that she applied for college, because I told her, hey, you better get on the right career path if you want a baby from me. So here, I'll give you the $80 for the application to go apply for college. She told me that she applied for college. She told me oh yeah, Darren, I applied for college. I'm going to college this February. You should be proud of me. That was a blatant lie. That was 100% Sydney blatantly lying. So that's who she is as a person. When Sydney told me that she had an abortion for Cameron, for example, that's who Sydney is. Sydney is a liar and a manipulator like that. And when I caught Sydney cheating red-handed, we were in a relationship together. We were having sex, constantly smashing, constantly. And she asked me to marry her, and I fucking said yes. I said, yes, I will marry you. And I got to hold Sydney in one arm, and I got to hold Cameron in one arm, and in both of my arms were Sydney and Cameron. I was like, oh my God, this is the life. This is the life that I've been looking for all my life. a family together under one roof, and we have each other's backs and we love each other. That's what I really truly thought that we had when she asked me to marry her. And then once I caught her cheating, though, she's been dragging me through the legal system ever since. Like, that mischief thing, that was me catching her cheating red-handed. And the cops didn't have anything on me. I didn't do anything wrong. I caught her cheating red-handed. But she lied to them, and then the cops were like, what can we charge him for? And then they fucking charged me for a trumped-up, bogus charge, which was mischief. I never broke in. I never hurt anybody. I never hurt anything. I never damaged any property. I just caught Sydney cheating, and those fucking dirty, crooked pigs fucking like, oh, what do we charge him for? Mischief. I didn't do any mischief. I caught my fiance cheating, and she turned it around and she made me the bad guy for it. And after she charged me initially, we ended up having sex after she charged me initially. And she stole my brand new cell phone. I bought a brand new cell phone that same week. And I was like, where's my cell phone? She's like, oh, maybe you dropped it. And it's like, no, I left it on the fucking counter. You stole it. You fucking stole it. And then she doubled down, and she just, like a fucking sociopath, like a fucking psycho. She fucking just stole my phone without remorse whatsoever. She'll always be a narcissistic psychopath like that. She'll always be a fucking sociopath. She will never have real fucking like emotions based on reality. It'll always be her lies come first. Her lies come before camera. Her lies come before herself. That's how much she betrays herself. Like, she's so deep into lying right now that she can never go back, and she can never be an honest human being ever again. She's so deep in the lying, she can't just be like, you know what, Mr. Crown, Darren caught me cheating, and I guess I overreacted, and she tried to fucking charge me because I caught her cheating, because her lies didn't go her way. Her lies didn't go her way because I caught up with her lies. I caught up with her fucking cheating. I caught her red fucking handed, and without remorse, she framed me so that she didn't have to take any accountability for cheating on me when we were engaged. And like, this has been going on for years and years and years. And every time I would do something good with my life, or something meaningful for me, something that makes my life better, or something that gives me something to look forward to, every time I had something to look forward to, Sydney would be there with her lies to destroy me. Like, for example, when I got engaged with Cheyenne. When I got engaged with Cheyenne, that's when Sydney lied and picked up the phone and cried wolf. And of course they fucking believed her, just the way they fucking believed her, all of her hearsay. All of her bullshit fucking hearsay. Like, after she charged me and stole my phone and all that shit, I was like, you know what, at least, like, somewhere down the line, I'm going to be able to see my daughter. I'm going to be able to raise her properly so she's not a lying piece of shit like her mom. And as soon as I said, oh, yeah, like I said it on, like, online, like, I write posts. Oh, no, I write online, right? Like, I wrote a post online that said, you know, like, I get to go for joint custody, everything will be all right. I get to see my daughter eventually. As soon as I went for joint custody, like, as soon as I said I was going to go for joint custody like that, that's when her mom, that's when her grandma, and that's when Sydney fucking lied in order to get a protection order against me from seeing my daughter, when I'm a good dad. I've always been a good dad. This is what I'm on earth to do, to be a good dad. And like, she took away Cameron's relationship with her father to the point where Cameron's gonna grow up in that hatred that Sydney is engulfed in. That hatred that Sydney exacerbates constantly. Like, the way Sydney is just an evil, lying, manipulative piece of shit who is framing me. Like Cameron has to grow up and experience that, and at the same time Cameron's going to have to experience the whole, oh, I hate my biological father because my mother and my grandmother all fucking say that he didn't want me and he was an evil guy or some shit like that. And when it's like, no, my baby girl Cameron, I always wanted you. I wanted a family for you. Like, you were designed on purpose. You were made on purpose. Your purpose was supposed to be your family together and you becoming the best possible version of both your parents. She's supposed to become the best version of me. She's supposed to become the best version of Sydney. Like, it was my dream to take Sydney's criminal manipulating mind, like that evil piece of shit that she is, but like make Cameron a good person because she has that same kind of power that Sydney has. Like, our daughter Cameron, like, she has the same power that I have. Our daughter Cameron, she has the same power that Sydney has. And it's like, we need to harness out the bad shit, or she's going to keep continuing these generational curses, these generational flaws, like, for example, Sydney being a lying, cheating whore. Or, for example, like, I guess I'm, like, clingy or something, I guess, maybe? Like, you know what I mean? Like when I said yes to marrying Sydney, I was like, okay, well, we're one-on-one forever. I love you forever. We're going to be a family together forever. And I guess that's a little bit clingy or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if for example, like, we could remove, like, the flaws that I have in Cameron. If we can remove the flaws that Sydney has in Cameron, that's what we're supposed to be doing as parents for our daughter. But Sydney has never done anything right by our daughter's best future needs, and, like, just in general, just taking care of her in general. The first shitty thing Sydney ever did to Cameron was before she was born. She lied to me that she aborted Cameron. And then shitty things that she did afterwards were like, oh yeah, Sydney cheated under the same fucking roof as Cameron. Like, my daughter, my flesh and blood, my 50% DNA Cameron, she cheated under the same roof as our daughter. That's how shitty Sydney is. And that's what happened after Cameron was born. Like, Cameron has a shitty life, and that's because of her mother. And it's just the saddest thing in the world, because, like, I get this feeling that that they would say something like, oh, that's Darren, he's playing the victim or something like that. It's like, no, I'm not playing the victim. I told the fucking truth. I swear to God on Cameron's fucking life that I told the truth, that I just caught her cheating. I never threatened to fucking kill Sydney, and nobody fucking got hurt except for me. My heart got broken. My heart got shattered into a million fucking pieces because I believed that fucking psychopath Sydney. But, like, it's just like, there's no going back. Like, Sydney's not going to fucking be honest. She's not just going to be sorry. She's not going to be honest just out of nowhere. She's not just going to be like, okay, Darren was right. Darren was being honest. Like, Darren's side of the story is the right story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to just do that. She's not going to ever fucking do that. She's going to double down on her lies. She's going to double down on her hatred. She's going to keep doing the shitty same thing that she's been doing to our daughter ever since she was born, which is wrong by our daughter. By our flesh and blood, it is wrong for Sydney to be lying about her dad. Like, it is wrong for Sydney to be framing me. It is wrong for Sydney to have cheated in the first place the same week that, I said yes to marrying her. And, like, the most frustrating thing is that my life has been on hold ever since 2021, which is why I get pissed off from time to time, because I want to do something with my life. I'm not like Sydney, where she's just like, she's never going to do anything with her life. Like, I know this. I know that that's who she is because of, like, there's too many lies in there for her to ever really truly be happy and commit herself to something meaningful the way she's been committing herself to trying to achieve hurting me. She's been trying to achieve hurting my freedom. Like, oh, what a fucking lifetime achievement. Oh my God, way to go. Way to go. Way to get like all of like the good jobs that your baby daddy was going to try to apply for so that he could take care of his daughter properly and stuff like that. All of those good jobs are gone because you fucking framed him. All of those good jobs, like for example, like we got court next month, Sydney and I. So if I go to court next month and if they fucking make me guilty, which I am innocent, I never threatened to fucking kill her. If they make me guilty for that, I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my job when I didn't fucking threaten her, when I just caught her cheating in 2021, and she's been carrying this over constantly. And it's so frustrating because it reminds me of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I went to the barn in Selkirk. The barn in Selkirk was where I used to play hockey with a lot of friends that Sydney has fucked. Now, in the barn in Selkirk, I was visiting there because I needed to use the washroom one day. I got out of the washroom, my cousin Shane was there, and there's this guy accusing us of stealing goalie sticks and shit like that. I was like, no, man, that wasn't me. I just came in to use the washroom. And then he didn't believe me. He didn't believe me. I was telling him the truth. We didn't steal the fucking hockey sticks, dude. Chill the fuck out. I was like 10 years old at the time. He was like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And he kept going. I was like, well, call the cops then. I'm 10 years old. I never stole your shit, dude. Call the fucking cops if you think I fucking stole shit from you. And he wouldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe me. He kept accusing me of stealing some bullshit hockey stick. And it's like, no, I didn't fucking do that. That's what it feels like right now. The crowd is like, no, man, you threatened her. You threatened her. It's like, no, I didn't threaten her. If you read the whole fucking thing, it says I know which doors to keep closed. Like, you know, like I expressed that if I didn't move, I was going to go crazy in my own hometown. And you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't hurt people that you grow up with. You don't hurt people that, like, you're part of the community. You don't hurt your own community. Like, I know that. Psychos hurt their own fucking community. I don't do that. I don't do that shit. I stand up for myself. When I stand up for myself, that's when they make me the bad guy. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. Oh, call the mental on you, like that fucking retard Osterbach said, or like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you want to bleed together? Let's bleed together, motherfucker. Oh, call the mental on you. My baby mama doesn't want me fighting. Shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I stand up for myself. That's all. That's all. I don't go out of my way to pick fights. People pick fights with me. When I finish them, then I'm the bad guy. It's weird. It's always been like that in Selkirk. But like, Sydney made it so much worse. Sydney made it so much fucking worse because she was constantly lying about me and all that shit. But yeah, okay. Let's get into what I'm trying to point out here though. Like, I expressed in a video the other day that I wish she is dead. Like, I mean, a part of me wishes she's dead just because she lies too much. Sydney lies so much that a part of me wishes she is dead. Like, if she were to tell the truth, then I would feel so happy. I would feel so happy. If she would tell the truth that I was a good boyfriend to her and I've always been a good boyfriend to her, like, if she told that truth, God, I would feel so relieved. I'd feel so good. Like, if she told the truth that, oh yeah, Darren just caught me cheating. You know, like, I caught her cheating. If she told the truth like that, it would just be so like, oh my God, like, life would make sense. Life would be all better. But the way Sydney lies and shit like that, oh my God, like, she makes life worse for our daughter, for me, for herself. Everything. Sydney has been making life worse for the last 5 years for everybody. For everybody. It is frustrating, man. It's so fucking frustrating. That was a hiccup. But yeah, like, Sydney has been just destroying my life by consuming my time with court. Because guess what? Every time there's a court date, I can't just be like, okay, I'm going to go join the army now. Oh, no, wait, sir, I have to go back for court, so like, you know, this army stuff, I gotta go. Bye. You're like, I can't start something new. I can't do anything new while Sydney keeps dragging me through fucking court since 2021, all because I caught her cheating, and that hurts her little narcissistic ego. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking tell the truth. Tell the fucking truth. I didn't fucking threaten you. I caught you cheating. You've been trying to get me in trouble ever since. I'm not contacting her. I'm just saying it out loud to the fucking sky. But it's like, I wish she would tell the truth. That's it, okay? Like, I wish she would tell the truth. But my point, though, that I'm trying to make, I'll end this subject right now kind of thing. The point, though, that I'm trying to make, though, like, yesterday or the day before, whenever I made that video about, like, wishing Sydney is dead, it was like, yeah, part of me wishes she is dead. But another part of me, like, I just wish she would tell the truth. I wish she would be honest. I wish she could swear on our daughter's life and actually mean it, and our daughter would be okay kind of thing. But she can't swear on our daughter's life. She can't be like, I swear on our daughter's life that Darren caused mischief or whatever that fucking bullshit fucking frame job was. Or like, oh yeah, like when she got that protection order against like me from seeing my own daughter, and she used all those lies and shit. Like, I wish she could just tell the truth that, hey, she was lying. She was lying this whole fucking time, and people bought into her shit, and they've been making my life a living hell. And that's all there is to it. They've been making my life a living hell because I caught Sydney cheating in 2021 when we were together for over a month, and we were constantly having sex. Like, we were out together over a month that time. We'd been off and on for like 2 years or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had a baby together. We were close. We watched like every episode of That 70s Show together. You know, like Sydney and I, we were close. We were in love. And she was just a lying piece of shit whore. And it's frustrating because I wanted to marry her, and I thought she was ready to become a good, honest woman, but she's never going to be. Like, I mean, her looks are going to fade and fade. Eventually they'll fade to the point where she'll settle. But overall, like, she's always going to be ugly on the inside and outside with her lies constantly. She's not going to be able to ever tell the truth ever again. Okay, what was my point though? Okay, let's end this section is what I'm trying to end this section. What I meant though is, like, the other day when I made that video, that was me venting. As far as like that suicide stuff goes, I think about suicide every day ever since I fucking met Sydney. That's for goddamn sure. Ever since I met Sydney, I've never understood how Sydney could do that to me, the way, you know, like, just because of the way she told me she loves me every day and stuff like that. Like, I never understood how somebody could be so two-faced and just purposely trying to hurt another human being, like, emotionally and spiritually, when it's like, I said yes to marrying her. Like, it'll never make sense to me how a woman can destroy her own family and be completely cool with it, and then blame the father of that family. It just doesn't sit well for me. But at the same time, like, it is what it is. Like, Sydney's never going to tell the truth. She's going to live filled with lies constantly for the rest of her life, and like, that's gonna hurt the entire way. But she's a sociopath. It would only hurt her if she wasn't a sociopath. So it's like, all of the pain that I ever like felt for this entire situation or whatever, because Sydney is a sociopath, all of like the pain and suffering that I went through for the last like 4 years of being framed, and her still lying about me to this day, and stealing my life experiences by taking my time from my life. Like, just, you're like, I gotta go to court so I can't apply for this new job. I gotta go to court again because I can't apply for this new job. I gotta go to court again because I can't apply for this new job. I can't do anything new with my life because I gotta keep going back to the past where Sydney's lies are still affecting my future. So it's like, that's why I was pissed off. That's why I'm still pissed off. That's why for the last, like, since 2021, like, I've both fucking hated her and I loved her at the same time, because I hate her because she lies, she fucking framed me, she cheated, I caught her, and she still didn't take accountability for cheating, except for the time when she told me, oh yeah, okay, I did cheat there, she told me she cheated, and then she told me that it was supposed to be us having more kids after she was framing me and shit like that. I was just like, what did she want from me? But it's like, it's frustrating, but my point before dropping this subject, though, is like, she's always going to be a sociopath. She's always going to be a fucking narcissistic psycho. So it's like, it doesn't matter how hurt I feel. It doesn't matter how much I love my daughter. It doesn't matter how much I love Sydney. It doesn't matter, like, nothing that I feel matters as long as Sydney's lies get to, like, control her life kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, as long as, like, Sydney's lies kind of add up to her fucking shallow bullshit, shitty, empty life. And when I say empty, I mean, like, if your life is filled with lies, then you're empty on the inside. Sydney is fucking empty on the inside because she's been lying since the beginning. But, like, my point is, though, like, stuff like this is about venting. That's all. And I wanted to apologize for being so negative in the last video, but I spent this last 25 minutes or whatever it was just explaining why I felt that way, though. And that's the truth, man. Like, and the fucked up thing is, like, future forward wise, like if the charges get stayed and they get dropped or whatever the fuck it is, and they, if the charges go away, then I have a big, awesome future ahead of me. And when I say big, awesome future ahead of me, all I mean is, like, I'm working, like, to get a house so that my children can each have their own room. Like, even if it's, like, in a trailer park, you know what I mean? Like, if I could somehow find a fucking 4-bedroom, like, trailer, if such a thing ever exists, if I could find a 4-bedroom double-wide trailer or some shit like that, and, like, buy that for $100,000 or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's good enough for, my lower middle class working life or whatever, like if I can give my children their own room, that's what it's all about for me. Like, for me, at the end of the day, it's about, like, oh yeah, Drayton, you have your room over there. Lavina, you have your room over there. And Cameron, your room is over there. If you want a poster, Daddy will buy it for you. You can put it on the wall or whatever. If you need anything else, just let me know. Daddy loves you. What do you want in your room? Like, that's my goal. Like, as, like, future forward goes. Like, like if the charges get dropped, stayed, or whatever, then I'm gonna get my class 1 and try to be trucking from Canada to the US back and forth kind of thing. If I can, like, if I can actually live my life and do something with it, that's what I'm gonna end up doing this next year. Like, assuming the charges get dropped or stayed. And then if the charges don't get dropped or stayed, then, like, I didn't threaten her, so it's like, I don't know why they wouldn't be dropped. I didn't get a lawyer because I'm innocent. And, like, what I ended up spending the money that, like, Sydney charged me because I was going to Metallica. And I was going to go see Metallica in Edmonton. I bought tickets for my buddy and I. We were going to go see Metallica in Edmonton. I ended up giving those tickets away to another buddy that I work with. And, he ended up going to Edmonton and seeing that concert, and he had a great time. But I couldn't go because Sydney's fucking bullshit charges brought me back and forth to, the city there. So every time I'd have to go to Selkirk, that would cost me upwards of, like, $300 to, like, rent a fucking car, pay for fucking gas, take the time off all the fucking, work and shit like that. So it's like, I started, like, like, she fucking lied about me, she framed me and stuff like that. So it's like, when it comes to a lawyer, it's like, she's just trying to take away my life experiences. So if I hire a lawyer versus if I use that money for life experience, I'm going to feel better using it for life experience because I know I'm innocent and Sydney knows I'm innocent, kind of thing. Which is really fucked up too. Like to actually be a part of a court case where Sydney, the complainant, the plaintiff, the person pretending to play victim, is like, you know, like just the fact that she's just trying to like destroy my life, and all, just like, oh man, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up, man. It's just like, oh my god, I just like, why would you have a kid with me? You know what I mean? Why would you ask me for a daughter if you're just going to use lies to destroy our daughter's life? Like I don't understand it. But at the same, oh man, I can't not talk about it. I apologize, because my original intent when I pushed record on this video was to, you know, like explain why I was so like, you know, like emotional the other day when I was just like, you know, like just thinking about Sydney and the court coming up and stuff like that. But it's like, you know, like I'm starting to feel better now, but at the same time, like the whole thing was to, like, you know, get that out of the way and then kind of share with you something uplifting with my life. Like, something uplifting with my life is like, you know, my daughter, you know, like I'm gonna take her to like Tinkertown and stuff like that. You know, just like fun dad stuff like that. And like, hopefully I'll get my daughter in a couple weeks, you know, just like cool stuff like that. But man, but yeah, like if the charges get stayed or dropped, then I'm gonna keep on being a productive, working member of society and do my best to, you know, just mind my own fucking business like I've been doing. But Sydney's been stalking me, which is like, you know, the only reason she was reading my shit in the first place was because she was always keeping tabs on me. She was always stalking me. And like, the reason I had to move from Selkirk was because she was always in front of my building stalking me every day. It was like, God, I wish she would just tell the truth. I wish she would tell the truth, because then that would set me free. The truth shall set you free. And like, if Sydney were to tell the truth right now, it would set me free. Like, she framed me. I caught her cheating. Jesus fucking Christ. And then, okay, but yeah, let's explain the suicide thing. Like ever since I met Sydney, like, you know what I mean? Like, for the rest of my life, I will always be that suicidal kind of mess. And I'll think about it every day. That's just who I am as a person. Like, I'll vent it. It might not be like, you know, healthy for society to hear me thinking about killing myself every fucking day, which I do, like, just because of the way people are in this world. Like, the way people are in this world, it makes me not want to live in this world. Like, the way people will betray friends for a woman's vagina. You know, like, it's like, you're supposed to be my friend. You're not supposed to betray me for my girlfriend. You're not supposed to betray me for the mother of my child. We're supposed to be friends forever. Like those people make life not worth living. People like Sydney who lie and cheat, they make life not worth living. Like, just by being bad, shitty people. Bad, shitty people make me think about suicide because I'm too much of a good person. I know that's fucked. I know that sounds messed up. It's ironic though. Like, I'm just as good as they say I am evil. You know, like for example, like 6 months ago, it was the middle of winter. I brought this stranger home who was outside. It was cold out. I was like, hey, do you need a place to stay? And I brought a fucking random stranger who was freezing on the street into my apartment, and I let them sleep in my bedroom while I slept in the living room. Like, that's shit you guys don't get to see. You know what I mean? Like, I don't normally share, like, the good stuff that I do. I don't normally share that, you know what I mean? Like I do good stuff, like, every fucking day, but I realize that no good deed goes unpunished, right? So it's like, I mean, as far as that one goes, like, that was good. Like, she, you know, like, she came over, she slept in my bedroom, and she left the next morning. Everything was good. She was just having a hard time. She had an argument or a fight with somebody, blah, 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 and she was on the street. I was like, okay, well, you can sleep in my bedroom then for the night, and then just get out in the morning, all right? And she did. It was like, you know, you don't get to see that kind of, like, nice shit that I do. You know, just sort of like how I kind of, you know, like I know I put myself online a lot. I put myself out there a lot, but a lot of the good shit that I do, I don't share it. You know, like I don't brag about the good shit I do. You know, like I go online to write. That's it. I'm a writer. I'm a writer. That's all. That's all it is. That online shit, like I can't believe that I have to go to court because of a Facebook post. And I didn't even fucking threaten her. But she sent the cops like a small section that made it look like I was threatening her when I wasn't threatening her. And the cops were like, that's that small section. That must be the whole fucking elephant. And then they fucking charged me, and now here we are going through court in a fucking month when it's like why didn't they read the full status beforehand? Like she sent the Crown a bunch of screenshots, and I have pictures of her like holding a cell phone and then taking a picture of that cell phone with like statuses in it and shit like that. And it's like what the fuck is the matter with her? Like, what the fuck is the matter with her? She's like, oh, I need to take a picture of this. It's like most of the pictures that she sent the Crown were like from like statuses after she framed me, which means she's fucking backpedaling. Oh, what about this? Maybe this will get him in trouble. Here, maybe this will get him in trouble. Like, she's been doing that ever since, and she's like the HR rat. You know what I mean? She's the HR rat. That's all this court system kind of stuff kind of technically is to a certain degree. You know, like I'm not taking the courts lightly. The courts exist for a reason, blah, blah, blah. Like, as far as law goes, the only reason I obey the law is because I'm a good person. You know what I mean? That's my choice to obey the law. It's my choice to be cooperative if cops want to fucking give me a hard time and shit like that. I choose to be cooperative like that. And I realize that this society, the only reason we have law in the first place is we have the ability to enforce these laws to a certain degree. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. But for the most part, a lot of the things in the criminal code, like, you can do a lot of those things, and as long as you don't tell anybody, as long as you don't fucking, you know, like you can break the law. You can do that. Like, it's just people. You know what I mean? Who's enforcing the law? People. That's it. It's just people. And you can, like, totally become a criminal in this lifetime, and I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to become a criminal in this fucking lifetime. I see so many fucking coke dealers, like the coke dealer that Sydney is dating. Like, I see so many fucking coke dealers making these moves, and, you know, they'll never ever get in trouble for it because the cops, they don't go after people like that. The cops make shit up to go after. The cops are so fucking stupid that, like, they charge me for a snippet when it's like the whole story. Read the whole fucking story. The whole story says that I know which doors to keep closed. And that's the door I'm going to keep closed. I'm not going to hurt anybody because that's what psychos do. And I'm not a fucking psycho. I'm not going to hurt somebody in my own community unless I'm standing up for myself against them. And I don't know, it's just frustrating that Sydney brought it all the way to court. She brought her lies to court multiple times. It's so fucking frustrating. And, like, I got the proof that she was messaging Cheyenne, all those hundreds of messages and shit. Like, I have the Snapchat fucking inboxes on record. I have that shit. But I'm not even gonna fucking submit that shit to the judge or anything like that. And, like, Cheyenne and I, we might get back together, and she might come with me to the courtroom and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna put her on the stand or anything like that because, like, I'm not a rat piece of shit like Sydney is. You know, like, Sydney's a rat piece of shit. And when I say a rat piece of shit, I mean she's lying. I mean she's fucking lying about me. And she's using the fucking legal system to hurt me. It's like the HR rat, like I was just saying. The HR rat is when you work with somebody and then they tell the boss on you. You know, like when you work with somebody and they're constantly telling the boss on you, or they're constantly like, oh, okay, that's it, I'm going to HR and I'm going to file a complaint about you. Like, that's what Sydney is being. And in a way, in a metaphorical way, that's kind of what the courts are. Just like a metaphorical HR for the community, for our society, for our country, for our province. You know, like, that's kind of what the law is to a certain degree. I'm not underplaying the law. I'm saying that it's similar to that. It's like, okay, we're going to HR, court next month to fucking explain both sides of the story. And like, she's gonna trump it up. She's gonna lie like crazy. Her mom is a fucking ugly psycho. Her grandmother is an ugly psycho. They're all gonna lie about me. It's gonna be a fucking shitstorm. It's gonna be the worst court experience ever. And I didn't get a lawyer because I'm innocent, but the Crown is never gonna believe me. The Crown is never gonna believe me. The Crown is like that dude that accused me of stealing hockey sticks when I never stole any hockey sticks. When I went and took a piss in the fucking barn in Selkirk when I like around my hockey days and shit like that. Like the Crown is just going to choose to be ignorant about anything I say, and at this point I think he just wants to get me in trouble. That's it. Otherwise, like, why wouldn't he want to come to a peaceful resolution for this? He didn't want to come to a peaceful resolution for this. If I were white, 100% of the way, the Crown would be like, you know what? Relationships are tough. You have a baby together. I really hope that you guys eventually kind of work things out. Maybe like become civil or something like that for your child. Good luck, man. Like, if I were white, that's totally what the Crown would do. The Crown would have let this go a long time ago. A long fucking time ago. But because I'm not white, I'm brown, immediately the whole world's gonna take a shit on me, and it doesn't matter what I say or do. So odds are next month, odds are I'm going to get charged with threatening her when I didn't threaten her, and odds are it's just gonna be a fucking shit show. But instead of buying a lawyer, I bought myself life experiences though. Like I went to go see Nikki Glaser live. That was fucking awesome. She's brilliant live. I went and saw like Mark Norman live. That was brilliant. Mark Norman is great live. I got more shows coming up, and like I've seen so many more shows since then too. And Social Distortion is so good live and stuff like that. So all of the money that I should have spent on a lawyer, because I'm innocent, I was like, you know what? Sydney's just trying to take away my life experiences. She took away my Metallica. Like, I was saving up to go see Metallica in Edmonton, and that money that I was saving up, I used that to get back and forth to courts because Sydney fucking framed me and like all that shit. So it's like, after that though, I realized that she's just trying to steal my life experiences because I gave her a daughter and she is tied down to our daughter. For the most part, like, she's a shitty mom. Like, Sydney's a bad mom, but she's like tied down to our daughter. And like, I'm just saying she's a bad mom because she does cocaine under the same roof as our daughter. She cheats under the same roof as our daughter. She lied about aborting our daughter. She lies about framing her dad. Just shit like that. Like, I say she's a bad mother because she's a bad mother. Sydney's a bad mother just based on her actions, her lying, and all that shit. For real. Sydney is a bad mother because of all that. Like, I am Cameron, Cameron is me, Cameron is Sydney. Like, Sydney's a bad fucking mother. Period. But like, as far as like all that goes though, man, it's just like, it's been eating at me since 2021. And nobody believed me because there was no trial for the 2021 when she fucking initially framed me, and I had the proof because I had it on video that I wasn't creating mischief. I just caught her cheating. I had that proof ready to go, and they didn't want to go to court. And then after that, because I got engaged with a Cheyenne, Sydney framed me again. Then after she framed me for that, she once again framed me because I said I was going to go see Metallica live. So it's so fucking frustrating. And it doesn't matter what I do, her lies are going to successfully destroy my life. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it's going to be. Otherwise the Crown would have believed me by now. Otherwise, the Crown would have dropped the charges because I didn't threaten her. And like the way she was like, oh, it's supposed to be us having more kids, telling me that shit when we're not supposed to talk to each other and shit like that. The way she's telling me that we're supposed to have more kids and that. It's like, just drop the fucking charges. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. But the Crown doesn't want to do that because I'm brown. So that's why the Crown elected to go to trial. When I went to court and I told here's what I said. Like, I have to paraphrase because I can't remember it directly. But I went to court and I said, Your Honor, I am at the mercy of the courts. I am at the mercy of the Crown. I hope that we can achieve a peaceful resolution. And, I am at your mercy, Your Honor. Can we just throw this out? I basically kind of asked that. They said that they can't throw it out because the Crown was being, stingy about it or whatever. And, I basically said that I want a peaceful resolution. I want to work together with the Crown in order to find some sort of peaceful resolution. But the Crown didn't want that. The Crown didn't want that because I'm brown and I look like the criminal type. I look like all of the people that he puts in jail every day. I look, like an Indian. If I were white, he would have let this go a long time ago. But yeah, I didn't expect to do a whole fucking hour-long video about basically the same Sydney thing again. But it does feel good to vent because court is a month away. But I felt good at the beginning of this video, and I wanted to kind of get this stuff out of the way so that I could share something. So let's pretend that I got that all out of the way in regards to Sydney being a piece of shit lying whore who is framing me and stuff like that. Let's pretend I got that all out of the way. Okay, now the bright side is, though, we have court in a month, which means that hopefully court ends there. Hopefully court ends there. If court ends there to the point where it's the charges get stayed or dropped or something like that, then thank God, because that's the truth. That's the truth. The justice system's supposed to be about the truth, and the truth is I didn't fucking threaten her, and it's just that's what should happen. But as far as real, I know real life, I'm not crazy, I'm not delusional, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But it's what I mean is, though, I will accept whatever happens, but the truth is I never threatened her. So it's just if the charges get dropped, great, or whatever. But if the charges don't get dropped and this goes on my criminal record, then I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my job because I caught Sydney cheating in 2021, and she's been a vindictive, evil, manipulative piece of trash ever since I caught her cheating, and she's been trying to get me in trouble ever since I caught her cheating. But it's the bright side is, though, getting to know what happens. Because it's been since 2021. I've been waiting for my chance to go to trial since 2021 to tell the fucking truth that, hey, Sydney framed me. But the Crown is trumping it up so fucking much for the fucking bullshit plaintiff. She's not a victim. She's not a victim. I never threatened to kill her. She's been lying and framing me ever since the fucking beginning. She's not a victim. And I'm not going to say I'm a victim because I don't fucking like playing victim. I don't fucking like that shit. I don't play victim. I fucking express the truth, what happened. The truth is that I caught her cheating and that she's fucking hurting me for it, which would technically make me a victim. And I could technically play victim and poor me, blah, 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 blah. But it's more about our daughter Cameron in the long run. It's more about our daughter Cameron in the long run. It's all about our daughter Cameron in the long run. This whole fucking thing is because I said yes to having a baby with Darian Sydney Teagan. I don't know her fucking last name right now. Her last name could be Chief. Her last name could be Walker. Her last name Could be some guy she marries or something, even though, hey, she asked me to marry her and I said yes. And we're supposed to be a family. We're supposed to have our daughter under the same roof together, and we're supposed to raise her right and properly. But hey, you know, like, some people aren't good people. She's not a good person.